What would you say your life's work is or was? Imagine if you were at the end of your life and Jesus asked you, what did you dedicate your life to? What would be your answer? I never thought about it much when I was younger. I was so busy idoltorizing money and chasing it, seeking the treasures of this world, that I didn't even care about what was the vehicle I was going to use to have that success, but rather what could get me there the fastest and with the easiest effort. Needless to say, I failed many, many times. I also touched success several times in my life, but I just managed to screw it up every time. Nothing I was doing was living in blessing of the Lord or in following His will. But I saw this question on a post a couple years ago asking what your life's work was, and it really kind of twisted my guts because I realized in my mid-50s I didn't have any life's work. Nothing that I had dedicated fully to and worked tirelessly on for decades. Nothing that had any real purpose other than to try and meet my own selfish needs. Nothing that I had done for others or less fortunate that had any major significance at all. And when I look back on my life at that point, it was basically empty. I felt ashamed. Worse yet, I realized that I didn't allow Christ anywhere in my life during all those decades. I also realized that I didn't know how I could change it now, as I thought I'd wasted all my time, my prime time. Once you reach your mid-50s, you start to think about how little time you got left and how hard it is to go into new things with the same intensities and desires of a younger man. But what happened was I decided to reaffirm myself to God and really truly understand what it means to be saved, how to be a Christian man, how to walk in the Holy Spirit. That decision brought about a lot of strife. So I was hit with many trials because God heard me say I want to take Him seriously now, so He told me that I would have to be changed in order for Him to use me for the purpose He had in mind and had been waiting for me to do. That change hurt. He had to financially crush me in order to destroy the idolatry of money in me, just like Jesus stomping the head of the snake. But that was only one part. He had to remold me in every way, from my anger and patience issues to what I looked at as what's important in life. I had to disassociate from things worldly here and focus on the kingdom above, on God first. Then He opened my eyes up to the understanding of the Bible as He filled me with the Holy Spirit. He taught me how to forgive when I wasn't forgiving. He taught me how to defeat sin when I kept on sinning. And He put new purpose in my life in serving. I now have a life's work. Oh, it's just starting, but it's my commission for the rest of my life hereforth. Something that matters, something that makes a difference, something that helps others and is rooted in a new calling to ministry, which is something I never would have dreamed of. With my calling to ministry, I now am an ordained pastor. Can you believe that? And I run a new nonprofit homeless outreach. From street preaching to serving our homeless to getting them off the streets, we have a program using addiction and mental health services to housing and job placement that's making huge strides. We soon will be planning a new church even as well. And we're empowering men to become better Christian men, fathers, husbands, and leaders. I'm beyond excited and fully guided by the Holy Spirit. It may have taken me until 56 years old to learn what my life's work would be, but God's timing is never wrong. It starts with complete surrender to Him and letting Him fully guide your life. It's never too late. God has a purpose for you too. Uncover it now and spend your life knowing you're building for your place in the kingdom of heaven. And in the end, when Jesus asks you to answer that question of your life's work, and you happily report, you will see Him smile and say, "Well done, good and faithful servant," as He opens up the gates.